So we have understood how a program is compiled and executed. Let's compile and execute our TestDeclaration.java. For that, we have to open the command prompt and navigate to the folder where we have saved our program. So we have saved our program here. We'll change the directory and we'll say cd. Now we invoke the compiler by issuing the javac command. So we'll say javac followed by the complete file name with the extension. So we'll say TestDeclaration.java. Now let's compile. So the program compiles fine. At this step, the program checks or the compiler checks if there are any syntactical errors, any errors in our syntaxes while writing the statements. Then it throws a compilation error on the console. So here we can see that the file compiled successfully, which should create a TestDeclaration.class file, which contains the bytecode. So let's verify that. So we'll go back into the folder and we can see that a TestDeclaration.class has been created. Let's peep into this class, what it looks like. So let's open it with Notepad. So we can see that it is not human readable because it is meant for the JVM for execution. Now let's run this file. For running this file, we give this file to the JVM and we do that by issuing the Java command followed by the name of the file without the extension. So we say Java test declaration. That's all. And oops, it reported an error that says main method not found in class test declaration. Please define the main method as public static void main string args. Now you can see that we have done almost the same except the public keyword, which actually makes the main method available for execution to the outside world, including the JVM. And this keyword is called access specifier. There are several other access specifiers that we will cover in detail in later chapters, and they contribute significantly towards application design. We must appreciate the level of access security that even the JVM is not allowed to execute the main method unless the programmer in his knowledge deliberately makes it available for execution. So now let's add public to our main method and make it available to the JVM. Let's save, and every time we save, we have to recompile so that the changes are available in the class file. So we can see that now the file compiles fine. Now let's run it and we can see the output. The number of weeks in a year are 52. So this 52 is what we computed in our processing statements by dividing days in year by 7. What this program does in the declaration step is it creates a variable named days in year, which means it allocates a memory location of type integer that can only accept integer values, and it initializes it with a value 365. Similarly, it creates a variable weeks in year and initializes it with a value 0. And then in the assignment step, it reassigns a value 366 to days in year. And then in our processing statement, we compute the value of weeks in year by dividing days in year by 7 and storing it in the variable weeks in year. Finally, we output a message which is in double quotes followed by the value of the variable weeks in year. We can also declare multiple variables in the same declaration statement as long as all the variables belong to the same type. So let's change this and declare days in year and weeks in year in the same declaration statement. So let's remove this. Let's save and recompile. And it compiles fine. Let's run. So we can see that the result is same. We have discussed previously that the name of the Java file should be same as the name of the class containing the main method. But what if we don't do that? Would it result in some kind of a compilation error or a runtime error, or will it just work fine? Let's just find out. Let's copy this. And paste it here. Now let's save this file with some other name. So let's give it a name like something else. All files, and we'll add the extension .java. Let's compile and run. And we can see it compiles fine, which means that syntactically there is nothing wrong in doing so. Let's run this program. And we can see that there is an error that says could not find or load the main class something else. And that's because the JVM starts looking for the class named something else, which will contain a main method, but it's unable to find such a class. That's why it flags an error.